This is W2FJH. We'll be starting the STNY digital voice net here in just about 5 minutes. We do have NetLogger up and running for those folks who wish to check in early through NetLogger. NetLogger can be found at netlogger.org. We also do have Google Meet up and running, and if you wish to join us on Google Meet, you can find the link at stnydmr.net. So we'll see you folks in just about 5 minutes there. This is W2FGH. This is W2FJH bringing up the STNY digital voice net on Brandmeister Talk Group 31367, Wires Extreme 83721, and live stream to Google Meet and YouTube. The primary purpose of the STNY digital voice net is to help foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and to provide a forum ready for the sign here. All stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. Again, the call is Whiskey 2 Foxtrot Juliet Hotel, and the name here is Frank. We'll first take a standby for any stations with emergency or priority traffic. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. If there is any emergency or priority traffic during this net, please give a call sign followed by the word break spoken 2 times. Please leave a 45-second pause between transmissions for breaking stations or for those who wish to disconnect this talk group. This is a direct net, and the format will follow announcements, questions, and comments. This net utilizes NetLogger, which can be found at netlogger.org. For more information about this net or to join us on Google Meet, please visit stnydmr.net. That's Sierra Tango November Yankee Delta Mike Romeo.net. You can also find us on 73.net. That's Sierra Echo Victor Echo November numeric number 3.net. This net will prioritize short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have 3 stations checked in with NetLogger, so the net would like to recognize N2 NCD Paul, N3 OJP Mick, and N2 BSS Jeff. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, but we did pick up an additional station through NetLogger, so the net would like to recognize NE2W Ed. All right, let's open up for any and all stations that would like to check into the STNY Digital Voice Net this evening. Please call now.
And to RWH.
All right, and I'd like to recognize N2RWH Ed. Is there any other stations to join this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. So let's kick things off. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now. All right, nothing heard there. I just have one quick announcement. Ed, NE2W, I see that he's posted a few things on 7.3 under the buy sell trade. There's a couple. I saw there was a Bisu radio, and I believe there's an estate sale. So if you were looking to maybe purchase a new radio or looking at other ham radio equipment, maybe check out 73.net and look for the buy sell trade space there. All right, let's open it up for questions. If there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now. I have one in CBS. Yeah, and two BSS. Jeff, fire away with your question there. Okay, good evening, Frank and everyone on the net. Yeah, it's kind of a long shot question here, but I am trying to resurrect an antenna that I've had in storage for about 30 years. It was given to me by a friend 30 years ago, and I never did much with it. Anyway, wondering if anyone was familiar with the old AEA ISO loop, the 10330 megahertz magnetic loop antenna. Um, I'm going to go through it to make sure that first time I put power on it, it doesn't blow up. But trying to run the stepper motor on the tuning capacitors, I know that part works. But if anyone has any experience with that antenna, I'd love to hear it, or magnetic loops in general and TBSS. All right. Honestly, Jeff, I've had no experience whatsoever with that, but I'll open it up if anybody can help Jeff out. Please call now.
This is N30JP with a comment.
Yeah, N30JP, fire away.
Oh, good evening, Frank, everybody on the net. Regarding the AEA ISO loop, well, I'm not that familiar with magnetic loops other than a lot of high voltage around that capacitor. But I just did a quick Google search, and you'll find the manual, and also there's an article in 73 magazine. I'm trying to get the date here. It looks like it's October 1992. So, yeah, that's one article. But like I say, if you do, that was under radiomanual.info, and that seems to be the predominant one. So I think you'll find some good information on the net. It's an older antenna, but that's okay. They still work. Make sure the contacts are clean. But yeah, just do a search and on Alpha Echo Alpha ISO loop, and something will pop up. Back to net control, N30JP.
Hey, thanks there, Mick. Was there anybody else for any comments for Jeff there? Please call now. Sorry, I saw a station key up there at the same time I was about to key up. I didn't catch the audio, but I think it was N2NRV. Fred, I think the name is. If you had an additional comment for Jeff there, uh, fire away.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is N2NRV. I didn't mean to key up over you. I was just clicking into the talk group. N2NRV.
Hey, no problem at all there. Or at least off the top of my head, I don't think you've joined us net before, but I can definitely have you checked in this evening. We were just going through some questions that Jeff had asked a question there, and just I happened to put the PGT down at the same time, and I saw your name pop up, so I kind of doubled with you there. So, but all right, I'll add you to check in for the net. All right, Jeff. I hope we answered your question some, or at least Mick gave you some good guidance there. So I'll hand it back over to you there, Jeff. All right, Frank. Well, I appreciate the comments. I actually do have the original manual for it, but it's in pretty rough shape. It's actually hard to turn the pages. It feels like it's just gonna fall apart. But yeah, I have everything with this antenna, including the original coax, which unfortunately is no good anymore. The jacket on the coax is all cracked and corroded and whatnot, which is a shame because it came actually with a clear jacketed coax, and it looks like the shield and the center conductor are all in excellent shape. But certainly with the jacket's weather protection being breached, I'm pretty sure that coax really isn't any good anymore. And that's okay. We'll replace it with something else. Also missing is the original U-bolt to hold it to the mast. So I have to. I guess I'll just pick up a collection of different U-bolts and see which one fits so I can hold it up. It's kind of hoping to put this antenna into operation for field day, but that might not happen at this point. But we shall see. It's good to at least get it out of the box and get the process started. So appreciate it. So back to regular net business, I guess, into FJH and to BSS. Hey, very good there, Jeff. All right. If there's any other questions for that this evening, please. All right, nothing heard, so we will move into comments there. The net topic this evening, I like to have a lot of ham radio topics, but I also just like to have some fun topics and kind of a get to know you a little better type topics. But if you do have any ham radio related topics, please let me know because sometimes it's a little difficult to come up with unique and interesting topics to come up, to discuss. So. But anyway, this one's a fun one. This one is just the net topic is what is your favorite summertime activity? It could be boating, fishing, barbecues, bonfires, yard games, etc. So we will go to the top of my list here with N2 NCB. Paul, how was your week?
Logan, Frank, and all into NCB here. Busy week actually. I think we had one day that we didn't have to be anywhere, and the week, as far as the weekend goes, we got a lot of stuff done yesterday. I was certainly glad they mowed the lawn, given that we got over 0.68 inches of rain overnight, so that was good. And anything else major? No, I don't think so. Been discussing with the band, so they haven't been cooperating very well. But this too shall pass. As far as the topic goes, there might be several things, but I think probably the one that would be up at the top of the list is number one. And son and I we go kayaking. Usually go every Sunday morning throughout the summer. At least try to. Sometimes things going on between either one of us that doesn't happen, but for the most part, that would probably be the top choice. Back to you, Frank. Take care, all into NCP.
Hey, very good there, Paul. Yeah, I didn't know you did kayaking, so that's interesting. But also, I as well got my lawn mowed finally yesterday. Before all the rain and everything hit, I was one weekend it was raining. The next weekend we were out of town, and the next weekend after that we had a septic problem, and the guys were here on Thursday, Friday. They didn't finish up the job, but they came back on Monday. So yeah, it's been several weeks since I mowed the lawn. I was coming coming, driving into the driveway every time. And I was telling the wife, I'm like, "Welcome to the jungle." It was pretty tall. So, but all right. Next on my list is N3OJP. Mick, how was your week?
Oh, good evening, Frank. Everyone on the net. That was pretty good. Like talking about cutting grass. It's becoming a chore. It used to take me a couple hours to do it, and it was like going for a walk. But now, because it's so high in between the cuts, oh my God. And even when I got up here in Western New York, I got up here Friday, and yesterday I did all the trimming first, and then I cut. You got 2.5 hours into this already, so hopefully it'll slow down here. But yeah, this week my wife had an appointment with my daughter, and our grandson was down in Maryland with the other family, and just busy around the house with some helping my wife out with her greenhouse in the garden and getting physical therapy on my shoulder. That's improving very well. Currently I'm at Chautauqua Lake just fooling around with my nano VNA. I didn't like the results on 40 meters on my end fed. Well, now I know why. It could be a little better VSWR. The rest of it's pretty good, so something changed. But yeah, looking at that AEA, that ISO loop, there's a couple guys in the club that use that, loops. And this one here looks pretty good. It's got a 43-inch diameter. And again, you got to watch. It's got that big capacitor in there. It goes up to 10,000 volts. So you don't want to get too close to it when it's operating. But if coax is 8 and a volt, well, you're real close to getting that thing in the air and getting it operational. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of time involved in setting that up. Again, you just got to make sure people stay away from it. But I'm really happy with this OpenSpot Pro 4. You get a break, Frank. I do miss the the Pi-Star dashboard. This is a little bit different. It's got the Shark RF link. But I tell you what, it was real close to plug and play at home. And then when I came up here, it connected right away to my internet spectrum. And I wanted to get it to work on my phone, away from my internets. Some in the garage, my coverage isn't too good, so I shut the Wi-Fi off on the phone, and I'll be darned, it connected to the hotspot right away. So, which is a big plus for me, because I used to struggle with the Pi-Star. And of course, all the wires and those things are delicate. Like I say last week, this thing's about the size of a bar of soap, and it's just as slippery. I wish they wouldn't have such rounded corners on it. But hey, it works, and it is small enough to fit in your pocket. Frank, I'll turn it back to you. W2FJH and 30JP.
Hey, very good there, Mickey. To let us know what you found out about it, because I don't have any experience with the Shark RF interface, and maybe some night, cause after some night there, we can have go back to our afternet tech discussions, and maybe you can show us the interface and how what you figured out, how to connect on the Wi-Fi and things along those lines. So very good there. All right, next on my list is N2BSS. Jeff, how was your week?
Yeah, good evening again, Frank and the net and 2BSS, and yeah, I think that old ISO loop is not too far away from being used and hooked up. Of course, I think there's a learning curve figuring out how to tune the thing, so that's part of it. I was actually going to fool around with an SDR receiver and just see what I can do with it. And at least on receive, I don't have to worry about high voltages around the capacitor. And I do have a fiberglass mast I was going to use with it, so I don't have to worry about the metal mast.
Anyway, how's my week? Well, the week didn't go too well, unfortunately. I started off on Monday with attack of allergies, I guess. Completely nasally, completely stuffed. Couldn't breathe. Really tapped all my energy. All I wanted to do was go to bed. In fact, I was even running a fever for a little while. So ended up doing Monday, Tuesday off work and part of Wednesday as well. Finally started feeling human again later in the week. And yesterday, today, I finally got some things done around here. So not too bad terribly, but I did end up cutting grass as a chore, and I'm hoping that doesn't re-trigger anything. Coming up. Unfortunately, the grass just seems relentless this year. It just won't stop growing. Feels like as soon as I'm done cutting it, it's grown back twice. Kind of getting on my nerves this year, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I guess it's with all the rain and weather can't make up its mind. So summertime activities. Let me grab another nickel. Yeah, favorite summertime activities? Well, this could be one of them. Playing ham radio, hanging out outside late with enjoying the late sunshine, campfires, s'mores, the whole works. Let's put down our least favorite activity, cutting the grass. Back to favorite activity. Let's go jump in a lake. Go for a swim. All that other fun stuff, and just kind of visiting friends and wearing shorts and short sleeves, and not needing to worry where the winter coat is hiding. There you go. W2FJH and 2BSS. Hey, very good there, Jeff. And yeah, definitely, I appreciate that of like not having to find the winter coat. It's always oh, you gotta go outside, you gotta go bundle up before you walk outside. It's always nice just to walk out with just a t-shirt on, type thing. Um, so, all right, next on my list is NE2W. Ed, how was your week?
Hey, Frank. Good evening, everyone on the net. Good week. Uh, kinda. Can't complain. Like Jeff was saying, May and August are my months for allergy, and the pollen has been so thick. I mean, you could see it on the car. I mean, it isn't just there. It's like it's thick, and I'm feeling the same effects. Stuffy nose makes you kind of feel tired, and I learned when I mow the lawn, wear a mask. After the pandemic, I didn't have a mask before the pandemic, but when I was mowing the lawn, I said, let me try keep putting the mask on. So I mow the lawn, I have the mask on, and then when I come inside, I take my clothes off and put them away, not in the bedroom or living room anymore. Just put them away where I'm not going to smell them and take a shower. That's about the only way for me. Boy, I used to not take a shower after, and then the next day wake up really stuffy, which I'm still stuffy now, but that's due to the high pollen content this time. Had a good time yesterday out at Hagues Pond in Larraysville, Pennsylvania. Had a shuffleboard tournament all day long, and I guess that's what I like about the summer. Uh, every weekend there's somewhere to go. I mean, you could still go in the winter and that, but in the summer, you don't have to worry about it. Uh, so there's a lot more activities, and I like that because I like the variety. Let me get a break. And did I mention the sports? I like following the baseball here in Binghamton or the Yankees on TV. And Frank, you mentioned the buy and sell. Yes, we had a bear meeting, and it was decided not to spend valuable meeting time discussing what people were going to buy and sell at the club meeting when we meet every month. So I created a page in our monthly newsletter for swap and shop, if you will. And it was a lot of work because I had to maintain this web page uh, and people would give me their changes, and then I'd be updating it. And I don't need a full-time job updating basically classified ads. And then I saw that you had that there, and that people themselves can update it. So I just pointed the arrow of our Barra swap and sell to the 7.3 buy and sell page, and hopefully it'll benefit both, because you've got a great resource out there in 73.net. And hopefully this will get more people exposed to it. And I put the listings there for now, but in the future when people want to add stuff, I'm going to point them there and tell them to they can do it themselves there. So thank you for setting that up. Hope everyone has a good week. This is NE2W.
Yeah, no problem there, Ed. And yeah, I just appreciate that more people get more use out of it. Because I think it's what you described is exactly kind of what I found. It's always kind of hard to get the word out of something, because then you got to go find the webmaster, and then it's all volunteer work. It's not their job or anything. So they might take a while to try and get it out there, and it's just easy just to post it yourself. Let's just have a site that you can just posted information and hear it basically directly from the horse's mouth type thing. So all right, very good there. And yeah, I did notice too, like the last couple of weeks, you guys talking about all the pollen and everything, I did notice, like, man, you're right, it is on the car. Like I can see it. It's just like yellow on the car, and luckily I start driving and it all kind of goes off of it. But yeah, it's definitely pretty thick lately. So. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. Before I get to my next station, let's just take a quick standby. For any additional stations that would like to join this evening, please call now. All right, nothing heard, so we will continue on down the list with N2RWH. Ed, how was your week?
And to our WH. Oh, not too bad. Kind of busy. We got some projects going on, so working on them. But other than that, hopefully everybody's having a good night and they'll have a good week. I certainly like to get out and enjoy the sunshine, but hopefully, as you're saying, the pollen will get a little bit better, and then we all can. I know with my allergies, I can enjoy the outside a little bit better. So, other than that, pretty quick for comments for me tonight. Don't have nothing else. Turn it back to you.
You're very good there, Ed. And just a quick question: was it a ham radio related projects or just home projects? And I probably I know see the net topic for any summertime activities that you find the favorite. I also do recall now. I think Mick also did do the net topic, which when we get a comment section there, Mick, if you want to jump in and give your feedback. But I'm going to hand it back over to Ed for the net topic and see if those were ham radio related projects.
And Charter WH. No, that was more work, but I do have one little project. I got to get some trees trimmed and get my wire back up in the air, but that might be a little bit. Here we'll have to get a trimming pole to do that. So other than that, summertime activities, just like getting out and enjoying the fresh air is nothing particular in that point. So back to you, Frank.
Hey, very good there, Ed. And yeah, I think Mick before had a. I think he said his son-in-law or something else who does tree trimming and all that. But he's down in Beaver Falls, PA. So a little bit of a distance there. But I think he had some stories too about some tree problems, I recall. So all right, next on my list is N2NRV Fred. I believe you're new to the net, so welcome. Maybe you have checked in. I'm just having a brain fart there. But yeah, the net topic again was what was your favorite summertime activities? Boating, fishing, barbecues, bonfires, yard games, etc. So I'll hand it over to you there.
Okay. Well, yes, this is my first time on the net. This is N2NRV. Let's see. I would say my favorite projects so far for summertime are gardening and going out fishing. Sometimes on the kayak, sometimes from shore. However, work with my schedule that kind of gets in my way every so often. But if I don't go to work, I can't afford the hobbies. Hi, hi. Anyway, I will hand it back to Nat. This is N2NRV.
Yeah, I hear you. The pesky work always getting in the way there of all the hobbies too. But yeah, all right. This is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. I have reached the end of my list. So let's see if there's any additional stations that would like to join this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. So let's open up for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now. All right, with nothing heard there, we might as well wrap things up here. So I'd like to thank Paul, Mick, Jeff, Ed K, Ed F, and Fred for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FJH, and I'll be listening.